So we are in our stewardship series, and last week we talked about how ministry is a team sport. Going a little further into that, we see not only is it a team sport with the players on the field, but that we also need people kind of ready to jump in too. You know, the same players can't play the entire game all by themselves. If you saw a few weeks ago the video from our council president, Brenda, following the council retreat in September, you know a big focus for that day was finding our why, our reason for doing something. In the gospel reading for today, we encounter these two characters in the parable, and they're at the temple. And, you know, the what for both of these people, they're actually good things, right? Tithing, fasting, confession, all of those are good things. The what is a good thing. But the why for each of these characters is something else, right? Because on the one hand, one person's why is seemingly for the purpose of boasting, right? Of bragging about themselves and putting down their neighbors, right? To kind of advertise that they're better than, you know, those other people, right? They're not like them. They're better than them. But then the other one is there, you know, seemingly because they really do recognize the significance of God's work in their life and are vulnerable enough to see it, to name it, and to be transformed by it. Circling back to our reading from 2 Timothy, last week, our passage from this book, the author shared all of the encouragement that they could with Timothy. And now we see them turning over the reins of this work a bit, right? And they can do that because they're confident that there is someone to step in and step up and keep that work of ministry going. That's really amazing. And this is true for our work in ministry too, right? The more people that are ready and willing to step in and join the game, you know, whether that's an event or a committee or a service project, the less pressure there is on any one teammate, right? They don't have to play the whole game all by themselves. And the better the game can keep running too, like Timothy carrying on this work of ministry in our reading. So why carry on the work? Well, hopefully, like in the gospel reading, we recognize the significance of God's work in our lives, and we want that to continue and to be shared with more and more people. And that is best done and sustained when we all join in. And Brenda's going to share a little bit more in our stewardship message for this week about what people have been doing and can do to continue this work of ministry and to jump in and join in the game. And so we'll turn it over to her.